Good morning, my friends. It is 5:30 a.m. on a Wednesday. Now, I'm coming at you right now because I don't have a lot of time to do any videos this week. Well, I may do them this week, but today, so I'm coming on before I go to work. All right. So, we got some things to go into today. One of the things was last night's presidential debate, of which I really don't watch those anymore. I've kind of had it with a lot of this stuff, and I just, for me, I have to say that a long time ago, I stopped voting because for me, and a lot of you guys out here might not find this true, but for me, I find the presidents, and I've heard this, that they're selected, not elected. And it means that pretty much before an election comes, they already decide who they want. And it doesn't really matter who the president is. And in fact, I'll use a very good illustration here with a person who ran for office, won, and then realized once he was in that he wasn't able to do as much as he thought he would. Who was that? That was Jesse Ventura, who happened to be a wrestler and then whatever, and then he went on to be the governor of Minnesota. And I think he was even the mayor of his little town. So with that said, he got elected, and first time running, and he got in. And I don't know whether they just wanted that because he was a celebrity or what, but he always was about trying to change everything. Oh, hey, this is kind of new. My little phone here with the new iOS, right here on my phone, the little green light going, showing that I'm on. That's kind of fun. There's all kinds of neat things with this phone. Oh, and before I get into the politics part, for all of you guys that might have any kind of like Google CarPlay or something that came with your car, and all of a sudden now your phone isn't working, or it does, but it's kind of off and on, it could be that the operating system of your phone is now overriding the operating system of your thing, and maybe the one in your car doesn't work anymore as well. Mine does, but it drops a lot of calls, and I think that's something else. Well, anyway, so let's go back to that. So Jesse Ventura was elected governor of Minnesota. He got in, and he said no sooner was he elected, it could have even been the day they swore him in, they took him down into some government building, into the bowels of the thing, and they told him all about what went on and this and that, and who really controlled this and who did that. And he realized that he was kind of more of a puppet than he was really just the guy who could decide things and get things changed. Okay? So with that said, that brings us into the presidential deal. Now, I don't watch a lot of presidential debates. I haven't voted since the 80s. I mean, I think it could have been the early 90s, but I don't think it was. I won't tell you who I voted for, but I'll tell you this. How many of my friends here in America, which I don't have too many, how many of you guys have ever voted across board, meaning you're a registered Democrat and you voted for a Republican, or you're a Republican and you voted for a Democrat? Well, I have. I'm not going to put that in there either and tell you who I voted for, but I did vote across the board twice. A lot of people don't do that. They stick with party and they vote for that person no matter who it is. First and foremost, I don't need a person to tell me what to do about, about a flu or whatever it is, and think he's God telling me that what it is. I'm telling you. But then again, I don't need someone telling me this is going on for years. Let's like get this with a chip in it. No. So here's the deal. Last night, there were a lot of stupid things that went on with this, and I told you guys I don't like politics because it's fucking dirty, okay? And the deal is that this was back and forth and bickering, and you cut in and you cut in and you cut in and you cut in. Back and forth and back and forth. And no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Oh, you're this. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Shut up, man. And it went on and on and on and on and on. No real issues, no real anything. And here I am. I'm a middle of the road person, and I'm watching this. So, and I knew it would happen. So I go on to Facebook after. I've got one group of guys that think the current guy is great. And oh yeah, 4 more years. Then I got the other guys that are thinking that this guy's, really great and da-da-da-da-da-da. And he won. Well, what'd he win? A booby prize? They both made no sense. But to the people who love the guy and want him in over Orange Man Bad, well, he was great. But it didn't matter if he was stubbed his toe and went, he would have been great. The guy on the other hand cut him down and did other things. Back and forth and back and forth. Bickering, 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 bickering. So guess what? After this, because I'm registered, I'm going back into the cave of non-voter. Because you know what? It's like I said to myself years ago. It's selection, not election. A lot of presidents kind of know who's going to be before it happens. Now, here's one of the things that I wanted to go into so you guys get a little gist of some things. A lot of presidents promise things that don't happen. Now, there was a guy who was president, and a lot of people thought this guy was the best thing there ever was. I, however, had a lot of differences with this person. I think he may have lied about a lot of things. It doesn't mean he doesn't know politics. It just means he kind of lied to people about the things that he said. Certain things have happened. Current groups that were running around going, rah, aren't there anymore. Really funny. But what was his promise? It wasn't a major promise, but what was one of his promises that he broke? And he didn't mean when he said, I'm going to make sure that everyone gets free Wi-Fi. Everywhere. Not so much. You at home, if you have cable, say Xfinity, you have an Xfinity freebie for your friends that come. Or if you happen to be near someplace like a restaurant or something like that, you might be able to tap into it. But how many of you guys have ever gone into a grocery store that offers Wi-Fi and about the only thing you can do is kind of text? You can't really locate your friend if they're in the store. Depends on who your carrier is. You can't go on some site and try to post. It won't let you. That's all there is. So that's not really free Wi-Fi to me. And he meant free Wi-Fi. He meant everywhere there'd be these Wi-Fi blimps, of which they've talked about. I saw one once when I lived in Nevada, a test. And they were supposed to be everywhere. Did it happen? No, it didn't happen. Does the other guy cheat his taxes? More than likely. A lot of people do. There was a guy that endorses the other guy who cheated his taxes too. People forget about that though, because that was 30, 40 years ago. Right about the time I could vote. All he had was, I'll give you this much. He had a cow, called it a cattle ranch. Wrote it off. One cow. Every politician, I don't give a crap who they are, is dirty. All of them. Oh, he's so great and he's going to do this for us. Not so much. The other guy, oh, he knows everything. He's going to do that for us. Not so much. Look at what's going on right now. Look at the prophecies that are being fulfilled every single day. But yet this guy knows what he's doing. Oh, I hate to tell you this, my friends, but I think there's a lot of things coming. So here's my little synopsis in a little, whatever you want to call it. If Orange Man Bad wins again, I think this whole thing over George Floyd and this and that was nothing. That was just a little bit of what could become and be worse. What do you mean? He was conspired. He won because on a regular news that I posted on Facebook for my friends to see, it comes to find out that good old you-know-who, a woman, not a president, but a person who has been in office, actually did do some things to hide her emails. Right there on the regular news, but it passed everybody by because they were too busy with Orange Man Bad and the other guy. I don't like either of them. I think they're both twits. But that's how politics is. It's just who's the better twit over the other one. You know what I mean? And do I have to personally like a person to vote for them? Yes. Put it this way. I voted for a person that was on a Republican ticket, but it wasn't old Donald Trump. That guy wasn't going to win. All it did was take votes away. But I couldn't, within me, vote for a person I don't like. So I didn't vote for him. Bad part about it is, and it's not anyone's fault, but the way the world's going, if you own a regular American motorcycle, not a ring, but a real one, that I consider real, because I've had the ring, and I don't want another one. If you have one of those, and you're me, and I like all music, except for some rap is kind of dumb, but I like all music, but country music's okay by me. So if I like all of that in a local group in my town, they labeled that kind of a person as a KKK member. Pretty funny because it's just funny. I mean, people and their assumptions of who you are, and for me, it's just I just don't understand. I really don't. But it does show you that racism abounds everywhere. I kind of face it every single day, even though people say oh no, you're this, but I do every day. At my establishment, I face that every day. So anyway, and some of it's got to do with my age. I face that too. Though within me, I'm 25 years old and still get around pretty good for a guy my age and still do certain things, I'm still considered an old man. And I'm reminded of that every day by the people that I work with who call me that. So, there's that. But anyway, that whole debate left me weird. It left me cold. I said, and it went on longer than an hour. And it was kind of funny because the moderator was more of a guy who would lean towards the other guy. So did he cut that one guy off a little more than the other guy? I think he did. But both of the guys kind of jumped in when they shouldn't have. And they dug at each other, which is all it is. Political digging. Back and forth. I'm going to tell you this. Now, this is my last little wrap up in here. And I'm going to do a little thing about COVID. Now, I know a lot of you guys, some believe it isn't real at all. Some believe it's some believe it's whatever. But I'm going to tell you this as I get ready to go. If you work at a place and they say you have to wear it, well, then you're going to have to wear this or you're going to get let go. So, you're going to have to wear it to work. If you know a person and work around a person who is very scared of it, which is a couple of people that I do work with, and doesn't matter what I believe, I'm wearing this in front of them to give them the peace of mind to feel a little safer. I got friends on Facebook, oh no, I'm a full-grown man and I'm not going to wear this. Well, you might want to wear it in a mom and pop to help a guy keep his business and not lose it. That's just called respect. Even if you don't want to wear it, don't wear it outside then. When you're outside, don't wear it. But when you happen to be, in an establishment that's owned by just people, you might want to maybe rethink that and wear it for them. But if this goes on 2 more years, people are going to get pissed off. I'm going to tell you this much. In about 30-some days, they're going to have an election. When that election happens, prepare for something on either side. Because if Orange Man Bad wins again, then all this Antifa shit ain't shit. That's nothing. That's a baby walk in the park. These guys are going to be on the loose. Just like Reverend Manning said, on the way to Oregon, and I'm going to join them. That's exactly what's going to happen. Go back and watch that rant video. But I'll find it and put it in here for you. Because it's not got anything to do with that president he talked about then. But it fits today. And you watch. And pretty soon, like I said, people ain't going to take it no more. I'm serious. You watch. So anyway, my friends, I wanted to give a little bit about my view of the debate. Some other things that are going on. A little bit about COVID, if you believe it or you don't. And, respect people who might believe that it is. Just give them that end. If it makes them feel safer, give them that end. Anyway, my friends, I'm getting ready to go to work. Peace. I'll be seeing you. You guys have another, like I said, a really good day. Enjoy the next month because who knows what happens after that. Now they're talking about this mini asteroid going to hit the moon and stay within our orbit. Isn't that kind of funny? And it'll be there for a while. Won't be there forever, but it'll leave. NASA said it. You'll see it. Peace. I'll be seeing you. Ice to the skies if you can, and have a great day.